We are blessed to work with each other and be a great team. So, for instance, like, how do you become a great team with your spouse and work in the business at the same time? Well, while Alex was driving, I was doing some reach outs and we came upon this beautiful rest stop. And I just wanted to continue the list. So, what did he do? He stopped and made lunch, which was super helpful for me to continue the task that I had to do today. So it's those little things like that, the little tweaks that you have in your life that you can make in order to become a great team with your spouse.
So Patrick Bet-David, one of the things we learned from him is he has his different circles, right, of closeness to yourself as an owner founder. The closest one outside of yourself is what he calls your running mate. So you have your running mate, which is the person that you can trust implicitly with everything. They share the load, they share the burden. For me, I am super blessed that my running mate is my wife because she shares everything with me. And we're able to work together in a way that I feel is probably much deeper than what most people get this joy, right? Because having that kind of relationship is truly something super blessing. Like, it's a super blessing to be able to enjoy it. It's one of those things that it's hard to explain without having that experience of that closeness with somebody. So I am super blessed to be able to have this type of relationship. Beyond this, the other levels, right, were inner circle. So you have your running mate, then outside of that, you have your inner circle. Those are the people that you trust, you fully trust, they're with you, but they don't get as much as that running mate, right? So that's the first level of separation, but they're still super close. And those are probably no more than about 5 to 10 people in your phone where they call you on the first ring, you're picking it up no matter where you're at, right? Then outside of that, then it starts getting different levels of separation. And then you start to make sure that you're guarded with the sensitive information, right? You're not sharing everything as much as you would, obviously. But those two levels outside of yourself, the running mate and then your inner circle, those were the things that he says were super important for him to be able to define, because everybody wants your time. When you are trying to take command of your own life and you're trying to move yourself forward, one of the hardest things to do is prioritize your time.
It's true.
Right? Because you have to make sure that your calendar reflects your priorities. And making sure the priorities are straight every day, and that is super critical to making sure that you are advancing your agenda, right? Make sure you're working on the things that matter and that you give time to the things that matter. And then what time is left over, that's what you distribute at your will, right? But making sure you guard that time to build the life and the business that you want, that is so, so, so important, because it's so easy to slip into comfort, slip into something, a routine, or all of a sudden, you start to compromise. Well, I didn't quite hit my goal today, but it's okay. I'm going to do it I'm going to do it tomorrow, right? You get all these, I was with this person, or, we had this event, or there was this wedding, or there was this, gathering, or it was this holiday, all of a sudden, none of these things in and of themselves are bad. And don't take me, please don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying having social lives or extra life outside of your business is wrong. Far from it. What I'm saying is make sure that the priorities in your life about yourself and the things that you want to accomplish, make sure that you're putting the right time aside for that, and you are not getting distracted with things that are going to not help you achieve your goals, right? So big takeaway from us being on the road with Jen. This has been super helpful for us because we get to eliminate all of our distractions. Would you say?
Yes, I do. There were good distractions. It just wasn't really what we needed at that stage in our life. We needed to focus on the business and really on the kids and just ourselves. So we're in the season of, I guess you would say, no.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be the season of no, as per Layla Hormozy.
Yes,
right?
thank
She
you.
calls this the season of no. Thank you, Layla,
Yes.
wherever you are. Yeah, we've had a couple seasons of no so far, but just traveling and being able to share this life experience with our kids and also with you guys, the audience. And this is something that we've dreamed of doing, and we just decided we're going to do it. And so we're making this a priority. We're making this a priority for ourselves and then also for you guys. And in doing so, we're also making sure we carve out the time and we follow our system, processes and our plan to grow our own business. So super excited about what's coming. And yeah, let's get back on the road because we got to
Yeah.
make our next stop.
Yep, that's correct. All right. Well, thank you for watching.
Thanks, everybody.